You're listening to Hottie Help with Candace Kita. Right here on LA Talk Radio.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is Hottie Help. You are hooked up to Hottie Help. I have the world-class hottie, professional hottie, queen of the hotties, hottie to the 20th degree, hottie to the Googleplex of Googleplexes, Miss Candace Kita.
Okay, that was the most amazing intro I've ever heard. Thank you so much, Doug Stewart, my trusty and faithful sidekick. How are you today?
I am... Again, trusting and faithful. So whatever you tell me to do, Candace, I will jump over that cliff.
Okay, good. Well, you're listening to Hottie Help. I'm your host, Candace Kita.
Candace Kita.
Yes, Kita.
I like that. Candace Kita.
And we are broadcasting live today from the beautiful new studios of LA Talk Radio actually, it's not even sunny, I should say.
No, it's not.
Pretty
Don't do that.
rainy Los Angeles, California
But
today.
it's lovely. It's nice to get a change. And folks who've been in Los Angeles a while, you can always tell because they welcome weather. And the folks that have just been here for a week are like, I hate it when it rains. Well, that's because, you haven't been here for a while, and you come to cherish the rain, because the rain means you can stay inside, put on Nirvana.
And make soup.
And contemplate
Mere existence. Absolutely. So how was Halloween last night?
Halloween, actually, speaking of that, we talked on the Halloween show about some of the kids and should the youngins dress in sexy outfits.
Yep.
And because of that, my eye was kind of trained for that. And there were all these 12-year-old girls, 14, just kind of dressing like they were preparing for a career in pole dancing.
Oh, no, yeah.
And Mom's right there with them. Oh, isn't she cute? And I'm like, well, I don't know.
Didn't you say you saw some at the grocery store yesterday or something? And they're just crazy, like Britney Spears? Or...
Yeah. The goods were on display, and, they were all tarted up. And I don't know, I call it the John Bonet effect, when you take your child and you paint them up and you give these cues, because let's face it, there are cues to men that say, oh, this is an adult. One of them is makeup, one of them is provocative dress.
High heels.
Yeah, high heels. And so the male brain first, reacts to the visual cues, and then you have to go, wait a minute, that's makeup on a 14-year-old, or that's makeup on somebody even younger. Yeah.
Absolutely.
Or a 9-year-old, and you have to kind of backtrack from there and then, put in your logic side of your brain. But, that stuff is so deeply programmed that you really are accessing something that...
I think it's almost primal.
It is primal. It's hypothalamus. It's back there. It's the hard drive. It's the hard drive of your computer, and you got to be careful.
Yeah, because it's almost like the mind is on autopilot. I always say it's almost like a dog that is, they can't stop eating. You give dogs food and food and food, and they are just genetically encoded to eat.
Or as I always...
They will make themselves sick. And I think it's the same thing when a man sees something that looks like somebody is adult.
That has mature characteristics. And that's what I've always, used as my defense. Anytime, no. Stop.
Anyways.
Stop.
Anyways.
Hey, the other thing I did want to bring up about a dog, too, is a dog will go mark his territory whether he's out of, pee or not. And so that's, they just look. Guys are just looking, and you don't want to put somebody in a category that would, be looked at.
Right, because guys are going to look anyways. Like I said, I think it's genetically encoded into them. And in a way, there's nothing wrong with that. However, we shouldn't do that.
I'm going to listen to this tomorrow and go, wait, dogs are peeing...
Dogs are peeing in there somehow like men.
Yeah.
But yeah, you shouldn't have a child look like an adult in that situation. I think if you're 18 years or older and you want to be as hot as you want to be, go for it. But if you're 12...
But the saddest thing about that is somebody had to sign off on that. Some
it's
mom,
a parent's responsibility.
Yeah, and she didn't say, no, put those back in.
Yeah, and your Halloween costume should not be a pole dancer this year. Thank you very much.
Yeah. That's for all college girls. Now, college girls, yes.
In your wildest
pole
fantasies, right?
dancing college girls, yes. Hey, so let's talk about your qualifications as a hottie, because I gave you such a big build-up as Hottie Supreme. I think one thing that qualifies as a hottie is getting near Charlie Sheen. Is it Charlie Sheen? Yeah.
Charlie? Yeah.
Yeah. Any girl that gets near Charlie Sheen is just hot by association, right? Because that guy has amazing taste in women. And you were on which show of his?
Yeah, I guest starred on 2.5 Men with him, and I played, I guess, a love interest on the show. So he was super nice, and we had a great time. And I know John Cryer, and we all had a blast that week.
Oh, John Cryer was on the show too?
Yeah.
Ducky?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I've never seen that movie, though.
How can you not have seen that movie?
Isn't that awful? What is it called?
Pretty in Pink.
I've never seen Pretty in Pink.
Do you know who the bouncer is in Pretty in Pink?
Nope.
Andrew Dice Clay.
Andrew Dice Silverstein is his real name.
Yes, yes,
a bit
it
of
is.
trivia. Mm-hmm.
Absolutely. Well, it's not the first time somebody who's ostensibly Jewish is playing somebody Italian. Fonz, the Fonzarelli, Arthur Fonzarelli.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah, that's Henry. Help me out.
Winkler?
Henry Winkler.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, somebody Jewish playing somebody Italian. So, kind of fun. Mm-hmm. It's all mixed up mishmash here. Dogs peeing. Jewish people being Italian.
Dogs overeating, yeah.
What else can I get in trouble on, huh?
A 12-year-old
God, the rain is really starting to roll, by the way, out there.
Yeah, I can hear it right now.
Can you?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, it's nice. So you were on that with Charlie Sheen.
Mm-hmm.
Also, continuing your round of hot guys, Jim Belushi.
Oh, that's right, on According to Jim. He is so kind. I guest starred on that show this year as well. So it was a really fun experience, and that's a great cast to work with.
What was your role on that one? An old girlfriend or something?
Yes, I was a girlfriend in a flashback sequence. They did 60s, 70s, 80s, and 90s, and I think I was the girlfriend in the 80s.
Ah, so did you have your hair poofed up? And
big, poofy hair, pink lipstick, pink outfit, and I was obsessed with Hello Kitty, so it was fun.
Not bad. And then let's go down a little more on your TV career here. The Wayans Brothers. Mm-hmm. What went on there?
I was a sexy, jilted girlfriend on that one. So, yeah.
And then Pamela Anderson's VIP show?
Yeah, I did 2 projects with her. I did Barbed Wire the movie, and then I also did VIP.
Wait a minute. Was Barbed Wire the movie Christopher Walken? Was he in that?
No, it was her and Ugo Kier.
Oh, Udo Kier.
Udo Kier.
Udo Kier.
Yeah, Udo Kier.
Udo Kier.
Who was also in My Own Private Idaho.
Yes, he was.
Mm-hmm, that's right.
He was a strange fella in
Yeah.
that. A little bit twisted. Well, isn't there a movie, though, that you were in that Christopher Walken was in, and also Anne Heche? What movie is that?
Wild Side.
Wild Side.
Mm-hmm.
That's
a long time
it.
ago.
That has some really fun monologues that you can actually go to YouTube and bring up some of the monologues on there.
I like all the monologues in Pulp Fiction, though. If I can YouTube
well, those are great,
those
too.
Those are the bomb.
Well,
They're
you can
amazing.
I call it the YouTube K-hole, where you just
Get
fall
stuck.
down the YouTube track, and next thing you know, you're like, oh, here's Johnny Cash from 1952,
And here's-
imitating Elvis.
Here's J-Lo doing Flashdance. Let's look at the original Jennifer Beals. Yeah, it's crazy.
J-Lo did Flashdance?
Mm-hmm. What a Feeling. She did like a remake of it.
Oh, she did?
That's a K-hole, too. Yeah.
Oh, wow. How about Method and Red? You were on the Method and Red show?
Sure, I guest starred on that show as a newscaster.
Playing a newscaster. And you played a newscaster several times in your career, is that correct?
Sure. I was a recurring character on Son of the Beach, House